¿Qué tal? Buenas, buenas. Continuamos con un nuevo episodio del playthrough de Horizon Forbidden West. Nos habíamos quedado en esta parte donde habíamos hablado con Gaia por allá. Nos había contado un montón de cosas interesantes respecto a la misión de esto de juntar a todas las unidades que conforman a Gaia. Em, Tuve que repetir todo el montón de pues en todo el montón de preguntas y cosas de ahí, todo el árbol de decisiones, la volví a hacer porque no se guardó, pero nos habíamos quedado en esta parte. Gaia nos acaba de decir que se había abierto una nueva ah, puerta por aquí, nomás no sé cuál. Decía, hey, se abrió una nueva puerta, pero no, aquí no es. Esto está abierto. Esto también. Esto también. Esto creo que son baños o algo. Aquí también. ¿Cuál? ¿Esta? ¿Cuál? ¿Aquí? Vamos a hacer acá.
Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for control center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
Incluso podría ser como esas cosas de entretenimiento que quieren ponerle a los astronautas que vayan a tener un viaje muy largo hacia Marte, porque el entretenimiento es crucial para que no se vuelvan locos. Y no sé si tienes aquí a todos encerrados en una base, pues podrías decir que es como que no están así como libres, por así decirlo, ¿no? Entonces, chance el entretenimiento haría que sea menos probable que se vuelvan locos.
That was another one of those subordinate function things.
Yeah, that one was called Hades.
Huh. And you said Aloy ended it for good, right? Like, Gaia doesn't need it?
I think we're all better off without it.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Yes.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
This will be good.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
¿Qué fue eso? Ah, son estos.
Merman.
What is that?
Zenith.
What the hell?
Ah. Sí la mataron. O sea, esa madre los desactiva.
Well, that takes the keg.
¿Con electricidad o algo así entonces? Todos no son tan avanzadísimos, ¿no?
Burl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
Y esta creo que no
There are
estaba,
obviously
¿verdad?
more zeniths than we know about.
Ujú.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Órale, por si sigue viva.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Ujú. Nice.
Now this'll do some damage.
Se armó un desmadrito aquí sabroso, ¿eh?
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. If the Luke can survive freezing, so can I. Ah. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Ujú. Y es tecnología de la Tierra, supongo. Entonces, pues sí, no parecen tan avanzados los otros como para que una ermita de acá les quite su escudo.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area?
Probablemente.
All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Oli.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
Nada mal.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Todavía no se enfría la ermita. Qué bien se ve este pinche juego, eh. Ahí agarré justo el ángulo en donde me deslumbra esa madre. A ver. Ahí mero. Y ahora modo fotito. Ocultar. Veo el espacio. Nada mal, nada mal, nada mal. ¿Qué tranza, Val? Barl.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up.
Te va a matar, güey, Aaron, si te
Contact us by
encuentran.
focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Son pinches casi invencibles, nomás por la otra arma que les quita el escudo, pero no la tenemos.
Right in. There's some kind of old ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah. From the prison.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Me parece que esta madre traspasó una base subterránea, ¿no? Pues para allá, entonces tal vez este es un camino secundario. No, yo quiero ir para arriba. Alright. Mejor por aquí. Luego por aquí y dale un brinquito. ¿Por qué no puedes brincar para allá? Ahí está. Sube. Nice. Jeje, de todo no hay nada. Brinco por aquí, brinco por acá.
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Primero vamos a ver cositas. Registro de mando, acceso a las unidades de almacenamiento, transferencia de datos iniciada, operaciones suspendidas, reactor de fusión en modo suspensión, descarga iniciada. Sabracat.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
¿Y qué es eso?
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Pues es tecnología de los Zenith.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Espérame tantito, ahorita encontramos algo que explotar. Sé que es por acá, pero también hay un caminito hacia arriba. O el camino bueno es hacia arriba, ya no sé. Mira, Elo, yo creo que si sumes la panza y te pones de ladito, sí entras, ¿eh?
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah,
Igual que la humanidad de la Tierra,
that
¿no?
sounds about right.
Exactamente igual que los humanos de la Tierra. Nos íbamos por aquí, luego nos íbamos por acá y qué buen camino. Son ya, o como se diga, cambios de prioridades. Dice cambios de prioridades, ok. A la atención de todos, como ya deben saber, a estas alturas perdimos a la estrella más radiante de todas, la investigación de la ectogénesis. Para la Odyssey significaba mucho para Peter. Así pues, en nombre del nuevo Alto Consejo, los felicito a todos por por su labor y los grandes avances realizados en los últimos años. Aunque lloramos la muerte de nuestro fundador, debemos seguir mirando al brillante futuro que nos espera. A tal fin, vamos a cambiar la prioridad de los proyectos. En los próximos días les informaremos de los emocionantes progresos en la investigación de la longevidad por cortesía de nuestras instalaciones de Tokio y Lagos, y procederemos con las nuevas asignaciones. Mientras tanto, todas las cámaras ectogénicas deben ser almacenadas. Si tienen alguna duda, consulten a su superior.
Find it.
Informe de progresos 19 de agosto de 2064. Ha experimentado una mejora notoria al reducir el tiempo entre los ajustes necesarios para los tratamientos disponibles en el mercado, como Rejuven de Osmonthus. En lo referente al equipo de Malik, los últimos resultados de sus experimentos en neurofisiología son prometedores, y con los datos complementarios de nuestra instalación en Tokio, parece que la primera generación de implantes funcionales están al alcance de nuestra mano. Por otra parte, nuestros amigos de Zurich enviaron sus hallazgos sobre WE. Los resultados son dispares. Hay un par de vías interesantes, pero todo lo que roza la superficie de la trascendencia digital real parece encontrarse a décadas de distancia. Si no, hay un par de distancias, pero todo lo que roce la superficie de la trascendencia digital real.
Anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
¿Alguna inteligencia artificial? Sí parece, ¿no? Maybe, maybe. Esto ya lo chequé según yo. Yep. Pues si ya chequé arriba, ya chequé aquí, entonces ¿qué quieren que cheque? Tal vez hay otro camino que no detecté. Como este. Este ya no me suena.
How rush you there? This place is huge. Some kind of storage
La
room, maybe.
neta.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Aquí nos vamos a pelear con alguien, güey. Ya lo vi. Esto parece un set. Un setup perfecto para pelearte con un boss. Y yo pondría ese
Control console.
artefacto acá.
To access the storage units.
Ese asset,
Can it tell us
ese
if the
activo.
asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Ah, la madre, está enorme,
Those
Todavía
look
para
like
allá.
ectogenic chambers. There must be hundreds of them.
Why would Far Zenith need so many?
I found some data that said they planned to take them into space, but they shut the project down. And later they traded some with Zero Dawn for a copy of the Apollo database.
So these were extras.
Yeah, maybe.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
The distress signal. Dice que en el log. Pues para saber cuál era. Tampoco de ser. Coleccionables tampoco creo. Datos. Es que hay muchos. ¿Ya está? Corrupción de datos 237. Me encaja.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
Pues nos falta, pero bueno. En 36, eso es 36, 236 y puse 237. Tal vez no están así en orden y se saltan algunos números. ¿Otro clon? ¿O es la clon que vimos hace rato? Bueno,
Aloy,
hace unos episodios, perdón.
it's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
respite. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Los que los plantaban. Sus núcleos.
You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
Oh.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Aaron?
2 of those Spectre things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Ya sabía yo que me iba a pelear con un boss.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll
The
protect her.
acid.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Pues no sé exactamente cómo prepararme, pero bueno. Tal vez con estas cosas que estoy recogiendo.
Here it comes!
Where are you, dude? Ahí estás, carnal. Me lo voy a chingar con flechas, pinche tecnología bien avanzada y a flechazos, perro.
Ooh, ugly one, are you?
A ver, ¿y este no tiene debilidades? Ahorita que lo pienso.
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick.
¿Qué dice? Debilidades contra ácido y plasma. Tenemos uno de ácido, pero realmente no está muy mejorado, Vamos calándolo. Ah, sí le hace daño. ¡Oh, la madre! Ay. Quítate de aquí, Eloy, quítate de aquí, quítate de aquí, quítate de aquí, levántate, levántate. Morra, por favor, no seas torpe. Tienes un pinche monstruote de metálico. A ver, ponte esto. Casi le ponemos el veneno. Ahí está. Entonces au. Me está haciendo mucho daño, ¿no? De repente. A la madre, güey. ¿Cómo le haría un humano para aguantar un putazo así, la neta? Me pegó en el aire. Ay, te voy, crack. Órale. Noise.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Bueno, técnicamente tú también eres un clon, Eloy. Pero sí.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
¿Cuánto llevamos? Media horita pasadita.
Aloy!
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight, I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Ya casi llego, crack.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Not
I
to
gotta get to
worry.
Aaron.
Permíteme rayarme la cara, crack. Ahora sí ya se armó. Ja, ja, ja. Rayitos en la cara.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
Órale. Órale, tecnología avanzadísima. Te voy a matar a flechazos. Un trozo que va, perro. Una. Ay, escribí antes. Morra, levántate, por favor. Ahí vamos. Este viento fuego, güey. Oh, la madre, la madre, la madre. Tope, güey, tope, quítate. Ah. Ponte esto. Róllate la cara. Ah, ahora sí, agárrate, culero. Esto no era este. Me voy a pegar. Sí.
Much better.
Ay, ahora. Es violento ahora. Muévete, muévete, muere. Muere, muévete, no te mueres. Ok, ahora sí. Nice. Estuve con un martillo y le ganamos a esta pinche maquinota bien bestial, güey.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, Maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. World always seems
Está
quieter
usted
when it snows.
en lo correcto. Ay, tenía estas armas bien perronas, ¿verdad? Jeje. Lo olvidé por completo. Ah, ¿por qué no lo agarras? Chale. Me tengo que recuperar vidita. Ay, por cada uno que agarro me da 2. Excelente. A ver si hay por acá. Pues aquí arriba no hay.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Así es.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like a card show. Why? Yeah, it beats me.
It probably meant something to them. As it does to my people.
Dice que nosotros antes nos maquillábamos.
I just think my face says it all as is. That's all.
That it does.
Sí, estamos raros, ¿eh? La neta, algunas cosillas. Lo que es estar en la parte de la civilización, una parte de la sociedad en donde ya sí no es un avance tecnológico chido. Aunque estaría raro tener mucha tecnología, pero a la vez poca como ellos. Como que ya están usando tecnología muy avanzada, pero a la vez viene de tecnología muy rudimentaria. Entonces sería un contraste raro.
Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Muchas gracias. Vamos hablando.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's 2 of me now.
There's 2 of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
Jefe.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those 2 lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
La neta.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Oli.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah.
With a clone.
I'm just, checking how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us. Huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
Probablemente.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line.
Así es.
May the land bloom in your steps.
A ver, vamos hablando con Kotaro, creo que se llama, ¿verdad?
Where'd Kotaro go?
Hey, Kotaro.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Ya estamos.
Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Si estamos en modo Mass Effect, aquí falta coqueteo y cosas así, la neta. De repente veas y ahí como que se den indirectas. No han echado indirectas a Eloy,
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
A ver.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe. I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
Todo el rato la humanidad peleándose unos con los otros y haciendo países, o haciendo aldeas, o haciendo cosas así, constructos sociales separados.
You said you were training at the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I need to go.
On your way, then.
¿Sigue estando cerrada la salida? Supongo que sí, ¿no?
I have to get the weapon fragment to
Yep.
Gaia first. And check on the clone.
Tú llevamos 45 y ya casi, A ver si alcanzamos a acabar esto. Si no lo dejamos antes de hablar con Gaia.
Aloy,
Oli.
glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
To yourself.
Hello?
Tal vez hizo programadora, arquitecta de Amazon Web Services en esos servidores.
It's
XD.
Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet.
To
And now they
another
want
one.
to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same
No
ones who left
murieron.
Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I
Se
believe it's a
mejoraron.
combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you are...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Fecito. ¿Tenemos tiempo? Pues vamos calándole.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
Y qué raro, ¿no? Porque tienen tanta tecnología como para terraformar algún otro planeta, como Marte, una cosa así. Pues yo creo que sí, ¿no? Te llevas a Gaia a un otro planeta y haces todo ese desmadre. ¿Para qué te chingas lo que está en la Tierra?
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
Chales.
You said you spent years studying in a trade. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it.
The
Es una
Zeniths have a
copia.
copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating.
Esto es lo mismo que nosotros.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well,
Perra.
surprise.
Nice, tiene sentido. Pinche Gaia está bien trucha.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know.
¿Será que si alguien tiene tanto tiempo para vivir, se hace así de culero?
You mentioned the
¿Quién
Zenith
sabe?
set up a base here on Earth.
1000
Where
años.
is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space.
Pues
They're
sí.
survivors of the colony.
O incluso los que, si tienen hijos o sí, pues supongo, ¿no? Ni modo que todos estén ahí sin poder tener hijos.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age too.
Yep. Y se murió una, la que mataron hace rato. Después de haber vivido miles de años, te la pelaste, mijita.
How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Oportunidad de escapar.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
Oh,
And the Gaia root kernel? I
tiene
told them I could
sentido.
capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Está bien trucha esta morra, eh. Nice.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or so how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die. Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Se puso intensa la morra, eh. A ver cuánto nos quedan. Ah, 3 minutitos, a ver si se acaba.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Está interesante la
So she gave the
historia,
weapon
eh.
fragment to Gaia.
Muy bien, espero que se hayan guardado esos diálogos e interacciones. Pero igual me quedan un poquito más de 2 minutos porque si no luego la grabación del Play 5 se detiene sola. Entonces pues vamos a ir dejándolo por aquí. Para la siguiente vamos a continuar hablando con Gaia. Yo creo que voy a volver a intentar hablar con esta clone de Eloy. Pero bueno, eso va a ser en la siguiente misioncita. Bueno, en el siguiente episodio de Horizon Forbidden West. Por lo pronto, pues aquí lo vamos a ir dejando. Muchas gracias y adiósito.